Welcome to episode 2 of Makeup or Breakup, the YouTube channel where your favorite makeup artist gives you advice on love and relationships. Dear Dollface, why am I always dating fuckboys? Are there any good men out there? Totally understand that question. Where are all the good men out there? I'm sure a lot of women out there are wondering the same exact thing. So it seems to me that you are typically always dating the wrong kind of guy. Or maybe just the wrong kind of guy for you. But when you use the term fuckboy, I assume guys that aren't really the greatest, right? Maybe they cheat on you, maybe they are big flirts, they don't want to commit, using you for things maybe. They're just not overall great guys. Your question is essentially, how can you pick a better partner? This question kind of ties into my issue with dating these days. Most dating now is done through social media or dating apps, typically the ones you swipe right on. But here's my problem with them. It's all based on looks. In fact, you're only basing it on looks when you're swiping. You're purely training your brain to just swipe on physical attraction alone. And a lot of women aren't based on physical attraction alone. We are more emotionally driven people. Women typically go for humor or stability or a good sense of safety or sense of humor. You know, someone that they can talk to, someone who just has a really good heart. So if you're only meeting guys in bars or on dating sites and you're just looking at the way they look, physically, their body type, you're probably going to get into a certain type of guy, and maybe that's a fuckboy. I want you to think of the kind of guy that you want. Is he smart? Is he funny? Is he charming? What kind of qualities do you want him to be religious? What kind of qualities do you want in a guy? And ask yourself, do the really buff hot guys at the bar have these qualities? Typically, the guy that's super hot knows he's hot and his only plan in life is to continue being hot and get attention from women. And you know what? He doesn't have to be a picture perfect boyfriend because he has plenty of girls to keep him occupied before he decides to settle down on a wife, if he ever wants to do that. So ask yourself, what do I want in a guy? Are the guys that I'm attracted to, do you feel like they have these kind of qualities? And don't get me wrong, before the haters start coming at me, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be physically attracted to the guy. You absolutely should. But are you always going after the stereotypical hot dude? But attraction grows when you start really caring for somebody and learning about who they are as a person and getting to know those deeper qualities. Their physical attributes become more attractive to you. Even when you're swiping, try to dig a little deeper and give some of them a chance, because half the guys that are hot, like Ryan Reynolds or movie stars, Johnny Depp, if you just saw them in a bad picture, if they weren't celebrities, if they were just an average person that doesn't know how to take a picture, they may not seem that attractive just in a picture alone. Another thing I want you to ask yourself, are you jumping into relationships all the time? Are you always going from one guy to the other? Because if that's the case, then you're not taking time to really evaluate the things that you need or want in the person you're dating. One of the best things we can do for ourselves is to get to know ourselves, get to know our wants and needs, and be comfortable being alone. If you're afraid of being alone and you're just jumping from one relationship to the next, then you're not really giving yourself a fair chance at finding the right one. You're just finding the next one. And you may not even really know much about your needs because you're not taking the time for yourself to get to know that. You have to know what you want and what you need. Always take tips from your past relationships and make changes. Because if you keep jumping into the same kind of guy, expecting a different result. That's insanity, right? The best thing you can do is learn from your relationships. Make pros and cons. Don't ignore red flags, especially ones that you've already encountered. That's the whole purpose of dating, is to take everything that you've learned in order to weed out all the wrong guys to help you find the right guy. There's a million fish in the sea. Actually, there's a billion or so fish in the sea. I'm sure one of them, probably even more, probably a dozen, probably a few hundred. I got really excited. Probably even a few thousand will be right for you. But you have to set those standards. Figure out what it is you like. Figure out what it is you don't like. Set those standards. Weed out all the bad eggs. Open your horizon to different kinds of guys. Something else I want you to ask yourself is, are you making exceptions? Are you making excuses for these guys? If you're like, I will not stand for this, but then Travis Green Eyes comes in, sweeps you off your feet with his good lines, and suddenly maybe Travis with the green eyes and the big muscles and the sexy body isn't so bad, right? Because all people are good, and you know, maybe I can change him. Maybe I'm the one that takes a guy like Travis Green Eyes and he's gonna be totally in love with me, so he's just not gonna be a douche anymore. No, he's gonna be a douche. Sorry if I offended any Travises or people with green eyes. Don't make exceptions. They're not gonna change.
I'm going to make a video.
And finally, the last thing I want you to ask yourself is, how are you? How's your self-esteem? Are you dating these guys because you think that's what you deserve? Why don't you think you deserve better? Because I think you deserve better. It's not too late to change your path. You don't deserve to be treated like shit. You deserve love just like everyone in this world does. So quit dealing yourself a shitty hand. I really hope you got some good advice from this video, and I hope you find your inner self-esteem and confidence so you can go out there and find yourself a Prince Charming and not a toad. So in conclusion, quit just looking for the hot guy. Don't keep jumping from relationship to relationship. Find who you really are first. It's okay to be alone. Because if you expect someone to want to be with you, you need to want to be with you. Find out what your needs are. Find out what your wants are in a guy or a partner. Set the bar. Do not make exceptions. And you deserve to be happy. You deserve someone special. Thank you so much for watching the second episode of Makeup or Breakup with your favorite makeup artist, me. Comment below if you have any love or relationship questions or you want advice. Again, I want to reiterate, I am not a professional. I am not a therapist. I am just a girl who sometimes gives really great advice to her friends and family members on love and relationships. I am by no means an expert. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. Don't take it personally. Please don't get offended. All of the products I use today are going to be listed in the description below. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. My 7-year-old daughter literally grilled me for not saying that in my first video, so I'm definitely going to say it again. Please subscribe and share this video as well. I would love it if you shared this with all your friends. I'm going to try to upload videos weekly, so stay tuned for the next video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Where, oh, where did my tweezers go?